YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy Josh. We back up in this thing with another one. We woke up this morning. It's another beautiful day. All praise to the Most High, man. Let's get it, man. Let me take off my shades for this jump, man. Let me roll up the cap, man. You know what I'm saying? I had a guy one time ask me, he said, what do I do if one of my homies looks better than me? Or if I'm around somebody who outshines me, what do I do? I said, bro, there's only one thing you can do, man. Just to continue to focus on the things that are in your control. You have to understand that in this life, when there's competition, you have to understand that there's just always going to be somebody better than you. And you would want this in life. You want to find men or other people that are better than you. And instead of looking at it as an intimidation factor, instead of you looking at it as in like, oh, this dude is going to steal success from me, let it offer you some humility. Let it offer you some realization that you can still improve. Let it shine as an example that there is always going to be something to chase. There is never a point in time where you can sit back and say you are at the top. And even if you are that guy that is sitting at the top, that does not see any of the competition, you have to realize that you can't let your foot off the gas, because there is somebody coming after your seat, coming after your throne. I like this show called Game of Thrones, right? And one of my favorite characters and one of my favorite character dynamics I love watching was Tyrion Lannister, which was the little short dude, the dwarf. And what was his name? Jaime Lannister, his older brother. His older brother, Jaime, was the handsome guy, the charming guy, the guy that had the charisma, the guy that just could not do no wrong. The guy who was looked at as the golden child. Tyrion and Jaime's father clearly favored Jaime over his brother Tyrion. He clearly made it known to Tyrion that his heir, Jaime, was just head and shoulders, levels, and was placed in a higher regard than Tyrion. And so Tyrion, growing up as a guy who had a disability, who had something unique about him that people held against him and made fun of him for, he was always looking up to somebody who was better than him. But the thing I love about Tyrion is that Tyrion didn't set excuses, or Tyrion did not allow that to seize his aspirations. This is a spoiler alert, so if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, go ahead and click off the video right now. But Tyrion, as a guy who was looked at as dirt by his family and basically everybody in the show, somehow found a way, when the show ended, to find himself in the second most powerful seat in all of Westeros. He was the senior advisor, the hand to the king. He was the most highest ranking person other than the king. And he advised the king specifically and made decisions that the king just did not have the time to take care of. And so you're probably asking me, or if you haven't seen the show, you're probably wondering, how does a man that's a dwarf, who gets picked on all the time, who his family don't even love him and support him, who his family basically, in all honesty, wish he was dead, what did he do to end up overcoming all of that to a point to where he prevailed on top? He understood and accepted his limitations. And he understood that what was going to make him great wasn't going to be the same as his brother. Because his brother had the looks, had the charm, had the charisma, had it all. Had the whole package from the outside. But what did Tyrion have? What did Tyrion have to do to make up for his limitations? Because he didn't have the looks. He didn't have the looking handsome and things of that nature. He didn't have any of that. So he had to rely on his intellect. Things where he knew he could not overcome the opposition or the competition. He didn't try to beat them at their game. Instead, he tried to beat them at his own game. And I'm telling you that you're not going to be the best in every aspect of life, but that does not mean that you can't win in life. Don't play to their strengths. When I was watching basketball growing up as a kid, like a young teenager, I love watching the Heat play. And if you watch the Heat play where they had LeBron, D. Wade, Chris Bosh, all them boys, the way that they played was they would run up and down. That's why you see all them fast break them points in the paints. D. Wade and LeBron, that's all they wanted to was just go in transition, get easy buckets in the lane, get their shooters in position to score and hit open jump shots. And so what you had to do was not play to their game. In the game of basketball, if you're one team and you choose to run with the Heat and you try to battle them at the transition game and trying to battle them running up and down the court, which was their strength, they typically were deemed unsuccessful because that's within their wheelhouse. Teams like the Spurs, when they had Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, the reason why they overcame the Heat is because their efficiency in the half-court offense. When you score and play in the half-court offense, the team isn't necessarily geared or have the ability to run whenever they please. It slows them down. The Spurs realized that. It's like, man, we can't run up and down. We some old heads. That's not our game. We'll run up and down if we can get points and limit them, but we're not finna run up and down and try to match their pace and go tit for tat with them. That's not our game. Coach Pop said, let's slow it down. Tony, you go on the point. Tim Duncan, you get on the block. Run this set, run this play, make them play defense. The more we have them sit back here in this half court, the less opportunity they get to get a rebound and get to going. The more we sit in this half court, when we take a shot, that gives us gives our team an ability or a chance to get back on defense to stop them from running. And so the reason why you get intimidated, or you may get intimidated being around other men, is because you're looking and comparing yourself to them in one aspect and thinking that, oh, they beat me in this one aspect, they better than me in life. No. You got to tip your hat off and let it inspire you, and let it inspire you to get better in that aspect. And understand that there's always going to be somebody better. And what it's supposed to serve as, it's supposed to serve as a note of humility, to where you never think that you are above everybody else, and to the point where you think that you can relax. You cannot relax. There is either somebody always better than you or somebody chasing you. And so whenever you look at somebody and realize that, hey, he's better than me, and that's not the end all be all. You can still be great. There's guys that look better than me, that are more handsome than me. Cool, all right, man. You think I worry about that? You think I worry about something that's out of my control? I can't be mad if, you know what I'm saying, this dude is handsome and he's 6'3", and I'm over here trying to compete and be handsome and I'm 5'7". Our results are gonna vary. I can't snap my fingers and be like, I'm gonna be 6'3" too. No. What can I do to where I can play to my game? Because I can't play his game. And I can't just look at his game as the end all be all. I gotta find another way, just like Tyrion did. If you watch the beginning of that show and you see Tyrion, you say, ain't no way this man right here gonna be at the top of the game when it's all said and done. Ain't no way. That's what you would say, right? But as the show went on, Tyrion found out what people wanted, found out what they needed. And what he would do was put himself in a position to where they will always need him, where they couldn't get rid of him, where they couldn't kill him and just be done with it. No, they said, we can't get rid of him. He's too vital. We can't get rid of him. He has access to riches that we may need, and he has access to resources that we may need. Instead of trying to use his looks and his charm, he knew that wouldn't work. So he had to find another way. And so what I'm telling you, bro, is that there's always going to be somebody better than you, but you can find your own way. Find your lane. Play to your game. Play to your strengths. Don't try to play to their game and play to their strengths. That's not who you are, and that's not who you meant to be. There's other ways. You can leave your impact on this world in other ways. You can get results in other ways. Some guys got charm, and so they able to pull some chicks whenever they start talking to them. Some guys got the look. Some guys, as soon as they walk in the building, you know what I'm saying, all the females is looking their way in their direction, and that's all they got to do. Some guys are funny. Some guys is like, whenever a woman starts hanging around them, they laugh and they feel more comfortable around them, and that makes them attractive. You got to find your own way. One way doesn't mean the way. Me, I always tell, when I'm out at work and I'm offering my advice and saying what I would do, I'm saying, here's a way, but let it be known that this is a way. It's not the way. You can't look at what other people are doing and look at it as in the way, the end all be all. Oh, I would just never be successful because I'm X, Y, and Z. No, bro. Find another way. Stop, you know what I'm saying? Whenever there's an excuse or something that pops up in your way, you use it and just say, well, I'm just not going to get better, so I'm not even going to try. No, find another way. Push through that excuse. Push through that limitation and come on the other side of it. Don't feel sorry for yourself. If there's one thing I can't stand is a grown man that feels sorry for himself with the card that he's been dealt. Maximize with the cards that you've been dealt. I never get no good cards, bro. I wish I could get some draw fours. Oh, I wish I could get some draw twos. I wish I could get some skips. Y'all keep getting all the skips. Y'all keep getting all the wild cards and draws. I can't never get nothing, bro. Stop crying. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. What you expect? You expect them to, okay, here, bro, take some of my cards. Man, fuck out of here, bro. It's a dog-eat-dog world out here, bro. Nobody ain't gonna feel sorry for you. Be like, okay. I don't got no skips. I don't got no reverses. I don't got no plus fours or plus twos. But the game, the objective of this game is just get the cards out my hand. Okay. What he put down? All right, cool. I can get rid of this 5. Okay, what he put down? Okay, I'll get rid of this 2. Okay, he made me draw 2. Okay, but these 2 cards I just drew, okay, I'm going to double stack them. The 2 cards I just drew, they had the same number. Okay, bet. So when I go again, bro, I'm going to just drop these 2. I ain't going to sit there and complain about the circumstance, because what does complaining do? Does it fix the circumstance? Does it make it better? No. So there's no sense of complaining and crying about the cards you've been dealt. Find a way and just keep it moving, bro. Because Wayne Gretzky said it best, bro. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And so if you want to let an excuse or let a limitation be the reason as to why you don't need to shoot, bro, okay, bet. That's a guaranteed way of knowing that you will just fail. But as long as you in the game, as long as you got your cards still, and as long as everybody else got their cards and the game keeps on going, it's an opportunity for you to win. You don't know if you're going to lose yet. There's still an opportunity for you to go out there and win. The odds may be stacked against you, but shoot, they still got to play. They got to play their cards. What? Oh, he made a mistake. Oh, he slipped up. Oh, he chose to rest today. He chose to slack off. He got comfortable. Oh, I'm grinding. I'm working with what I got. I'm maximizing with what I got. I'm understanding who I am. I know what I can bring to the table. I know my impact. Okay, bet. This is what I'm going to start doing. And then you get to start killing the game, bro. All because you just focused on yourself instead of focusing on these external factors. Factors that you ain't got no control over. Factors that you can't change. Factors that's just going to be there regardless. And you just got to find a way to win, bro. Ain't that how every movie... Ain't that the whole point of every video game? Is that you gonna start out with a character, or you gonna follow the character in the movie, and they gonna be faced with some sort of limitation and setback. But what you looking at, what you're drawing from, the inspiration you're looking for, you want that main character to find a way. Even though it looks like he finna die, even though it looks like there's no way out, and it looks like the monster got him up, pinned up against the wall. What you want is you want that character to find a way. And so you would wish for that for a fictional character, a story that's make-believe, but you won't wish that for your own life. You say, oh, it's just not in my cards, or it's just on the circumstance, or they're just so much better than me in this aspect. Or is that how you want the movie to play out? Is that how you want your life to play out? To where you never overcome and you never rise. All because you was focusing on the limitations and the circumstance as opposed to just focusing on winning. Keep your mind on winning. Keep your mind on playing to your strengths. Understand your weaknesses and understand your lane and understand what you got to do to be successful, bro. But don't worry about the circumstance. Just do what you can do, bro. So that's all I got for y'all boys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'ma holler at y'all boys.